This is Vauxhall's Astra, and long-term viewers of this channel will know that I don't like Vauxhalls. Sure, today's Corsa and Insignia models may be on par with rivals, but take the Adam, the Viva, the Mocha and the Mariva. They all just scream out at you. Don't buy me, I'm average. But this is the 7th generation Astra, and it apparently comes with a whole host of new and innovative features.
Now, before we start, you join me in the 3rd generation Ford Focus, one of the Astra's chief rivals, for a bit of housekeeping. Now, whilst filming the review you are about to see, I was testing out a new camera, and I'm pleased to say that it works. I discovered that after I'd filmed the whole review, and it had put a blue tinge over all of the footage. Also, a lot of scenes that I filmed with that camera of me talking about the Vauxhall Astra and all the brilliant things it can do were deleted because of the very cheap SD card that I bought from B&M corrupted. So yeah, some scenes have had to be narrated over separate footage because those scenes were deleted. But if you are looking for a new family car, then don't worry about this review. It is still good. It is still as informative as it needs to be, so make sure you stick around. But if you are one of the many car reviewing companies that I've contacted begging for a job, please don't watch this video because it really isn't my best work. If you want a petrol, get a petrol. It's a safe bet. But what we've got is the 1.6 diesel with a turbo, and oh my god, wow. It's fun to drive, so I'm told. It's really good in the city, and as well, it's so comfortable on the motorway. It is a great all-rounder as an engine. You'll find surprisingly, with the level of fun the Astra is to drive, is on par with the Ford Focus. The turbo really does make this Astra powerful and fun to drive. With that in mind, it really does give someone in the market for a family car something to think about. Only thing to say with regards to driving, there is a slight bit of body roll, but yeah.
The interior on the 7th gen Astra is a more plush and less clutter offering than its predecessor. It's well built and glossy. Its infotainment system is adequate with a 7-inch colour touchscreen even on the base model. Storage is also very good on board the Astra, with cup holders and large door bins in the front and rear of the car. But why Vauxhall never made this empty part of the centre console a cubbyhole, I don't know.
Hello, me again. Unfortunately, when I was filming the bit where I was talking about Vauxhall's OnStar system, which has been quite well received, that was corrupted. Unfortunately, we've gave the Astra back to the car hire company, so we are still in the 3rd gen Ford Focus. But just to give you a little bit of information on how OnStar works, from what I can gather, Vauxhall's OnStar system in the Vauxhall Astra is basically something that you'd only use if you were really lazy or if you were just bored, to be honest. For example, you can ask the OnStar system or even ring a real human being to find out where your nearest Greek restaurant is. And it's a little bit pointless because in your area, you know where the nearest Greek restaurants are, so no need for it there. So it's only really going to be of use when you're on holiday, once, twice a year. You can also do things like sound the horn and sound the car alarm and lock the doors with your phone. But actually, this is a key to a 3rd generation Ford Focus, and it's very similar to the current Vauxhall Astra. You press this button to unlock it, and this button to lock it. It's simple. You don't need anything else. And actually, this is the steering wheel for a 3rd generation Ford Focus. Very similar to the Vauxhall Astra. You just press this button when you need to use the horn, and usually you only need to use it when the engine's running. The only thing I can gather that's of use in the OnStar system is the fact that the car automatically calls the emergency services when you have a crash. Yes. That is very clever.
There's no complaints to be had about rear passenger room, with good head and legroom all round. As for the boot, well, it's not as good as what you might find in a Volkswagen Golf, but for your average Joe, it's not too bad at all. The seats do not fold flat though, I repeat, the seats do not fold flat. As for the negatives, well, the fuel gauge in particular is really annoying when you turn the engine on. When you turn the ignition, it says it's full, then it says it's empty, and then finally it will actually raise to the actual level that you have left. Furthermore, I like the good old-fashioned cigarette lighter, but the electronic park and brake? Nah, no handbrake turns if you buy this car. And finally, try as you might, but the wing mirrors will not and do not fold in.
So the Astra is back, and it now plays a significant part in the family car class. But is it a match for the Ford Focus or even the Volkswagen Golf? It's hats off to Vauxhall. They've made a car that even people who don't like their brand will like. It's called the Astra.